So it is no secret, I have been gone from YouTube for a very long time. I apologize to anyone who may have been looking forward to my videos, and I'd like to share with you the 3 main reasons why I've been off YouTube. The first one, as most of you already know, is 7 months ago I had a son. In fact, you can see his playpen right over my shoulder. And if you happen to hear any background noise like crinkling, he's currently right behind me playing with his crinkle book. So if you hear anything that sounds like it's static, that's probably him. I have got to say, being a dad is the absolute greatest. It is a huge blessing in my life, and it's way more fun than I could have ever imagined. And I've been spending so much time with my son. In fact, let's see. You can see him a little bit. He's laying over there playing with his book. I have been spending so much time with my son that I haven't had a ton of time to upload videos. I think that hustle culture tells people that they should be focusing all of their time and energy into making money and starting businesses. And honestly, I used to be like that. But with the arrival of my son, everything has changed. And it's not all about making more money and building wealth and investing. That's still a big part of my life. But a much larger part of my life now is being a father and being attentive to my son. Now, the second reason that I've been off YouTube is I got shadow banned. Yes, I got shadow banned, so YouTube no longer promotes my videos, and they actually delete the vast majority of my comments. The other day, CNBC posted a video about this woman in a wheelchair, and they talk about how she makes, I think it was like 26 grand a year. It was on Millennial Money, and I commented on that video telling her, reach out to me and I'll help you. And within minutes, that comment was gone. Now, I'm not blaming CNBC for that missing comment. I actually don't think it was them at all. I think it's YouTube. I think that when I put comments on other people's videos, after a little bit, my comments disappear, and that's part of my shadow ban. Now, the exact reason that I got shadow banned, if I had to speculate, it's because I made a video talking about how universities, specifically elite universities, discriminate against Asian students and they make it much harder for Asian students to get in. After making that video, my progress on YouTube really plateaued. Apparently, the powers that be don't want anyone to know that elite universities do in fact discriminate against Asian students. That doesn't sit very well with me because I think discrimination of any kind is pretty atrocious. But hey, the people in charge don't want us to know about it. And the last reason that you haven't seen me on YouTube is the niche that I am in, I think, has gotten really convoluted, and I'm no longer as proud of the financial education space here on YouTube as I was when I first started. Unfortunately, the vast majority of financial advice here on YouTube is terrible. It's a bunch of fluff pieces about get-rich-quick schemes, and many of the YouTubers who create this content don't actually do these get-rich-quick schemes themselves. They want you to buy their book or buy their course, or they're just trying to rope you in to get views and clicks. But they don't actually practice what they preach. They don't go out and start these businesses that they're telling you guys to start. There are a few YouTubers in the financial space who I used to really respect and admire. They talked about real estate. They talked about investing in index funds. They talked about good, solid financial advice. But then most recently, they are pitching crypto. They wanted you to get involved in FTX. They were talking about the awesome power of NFTs. Most people will never make money doing that stuff. A lot of that is a pump and dump scheme where they're artificially inflating the value. They want you guys to get in, and then they're gonna sell, leaving everyone else holding the bag. Frankly, I'm not proud of the niche that I found myself in, and after doing some soul searching, I was really just thinking about how lucky I've been in my career and in my life, and I'm actually thinking about the possibilities of other people replicating it and whether or not it's possible. Because the truth is, yes, I have made millions and millions of dollars in real estate. But the deeper truth is, I got insanely lucky. I bought real estate at almost the perfect time. And then I sold a bunch of real estate, again, at almost the perfect time to sell. I put out a video last year about how I was able to make $100,000 in just 1 week with a wholesale deal. Now, I talked about how I did it step by step, but somebody asked me point blank, hey, is this really possible for me to do? And instead of giving the typical answer, like if you dream it, you can do it, I stopped to think about it, and I stopped to really think, how easy would it be for somebody else to try to replicate what I did and make $100,000 in a single week? Well, the chances of somebody else doing that are probably less than 1%. It doesn't mean it's impossible, But I had a lot of things go my way in order to have that deal come together where I did make 100 grand in a week. I live in a very expensive real estate market. I started my company 7 years ago and I've been massaging this list. So although technically this deal was 1 week for 100 grand, I probably would never have had that opportunity if I didn't in fact own a real estate company that I've been running and operating for the last 7 years. Making $100,000 over a 7-year span of time is a lot less sexy. So the truth is, most people will never be in the position to earn 6 figures in just 1 week or 2 weeks of time. And a lot of the financial gurus out on YouTube are pushing big numbers like that because that's what gets clicks. And of course, there are some people who make crazy money like that, and I've been fortunate to be one of them. But I'm really trying to avoid survivorship bias and say that just because I did it, anyone can do it too. Now, I do think that most people can get in the position to house hack. I still think that house hacking is one of the best financial decisions anyone can make. And people can take a small percentage of their paycheck every month and invest it in the S&P 500. But as far as making millions and millions of dollars every single year, the fact is, most people will just never get there. If you make over $600,000 in the United States, you're in the top 1%. That means 99% of Americans never earn more than $600,000 in a year. And I'm not saying that's good or bad, I'm just saying that it sort of changed my tune a little bit of just using my own personal experience as an example of what everyone else can do, because frankly, it won't happen the same way for 99% of people. So I'm not saying this is goodbye forever on YouTube. I do think with this specific channel, since I've been shadow banned, if I do want to come back to YouTube and make it a full-time thing, I'll probably need to start a new channel. But if I do start a new channel, I don't even know if I'm going to be talking about financial advice because I'm quite frankly disgusted by what the niche has become. It might be more just like a vlog channel, or maybe showing the process of my dream house being built, or maybe I'll do comedy or gaming. I'm honestly not quite sure yet. But for now, I appreciate each and every one of you for coming along this journey with me. I hope to make more content in the future. I'm not exactly sure which route it will go, but I promise you, I do want to come back to the Peep Squad someday soon. Peace.